How's it going, guys? Untamed Soldier here, bringing back some Modern Warfare 2, the good Modern Warfare 2. I get a bad AC-130 in this map. Well, in this match, not the map. The map's good. The match wasn't really good. I'm just running around with like a random weapon I just decided to use, which is the FAMAS. Now, in this video, if you guys looked at the title, I'm going to start a new series on my channel. It's going to be called UnTam3d Soldier Wacky Stories. Because in my mind's like a Bible. It has many stories stored into it. So, basically, I will just think of a time when I had something either that was really happy, weird, effed up, or just random, you know, all those kind of stories. But it seems like every commentator is doing that, but I just want to call these wacky stories. So first of all, how do you guys think of my intro? That took forever to render. I mean, that whole intro probably took about like, geez, I don't even know, like I want to say around 3 seconds. Well, plus the effects I had on Sony Vegas, so I can, you know, make it more nice. So, to start off this whole wacky stories series. So basically, I'm just gonna talk about my personal life, about my past. Maybe, well, I can't talk about my future, so it's gonna be either past, present. Basically, just past and present, because I just told you I'm not gonna do any future. I can't tell stories about the future. I don't even know what I'm gonna be doing in the future. Well, let's start off back in around. Now, I got the Harriers, but this guy kills me. Whenever I get those Harriers, I just had that urge just to open the laptop and let Harry Potter fly. Now, I do get the AC-130. I just said in the beginning, I do get the AC-130, but it turns out to be a bad AC-130 because everybody was using cold-blooded. People were in the buildings. So let's just, okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting way off task here, but get out of my way, YouTube guy. Okay, so to start off this thing, I'm gonna bring you guys back to 2008. So this is the first ever wacky story is gonna take place back around August of 2008. Because the reason I know that date is because, well, something happened on that day. Well, I won't say August. I want to say, like, you know, later, say somewhere around June 2008, somewhere around summertime in 2008. I had this dirt bike. All right, it was like a 70cc. You know, I'm a little fucker right now. So if I was in 2008, I'm in like in 5th grade right now. Well, I want to say, yeah, just, you know, quit it, you know, just exited 4th grade, entering 5th grade because it was summertime and all that. So I had a dirt bike, all right? It was usually belonged to my brother, but he didn't like to ride it because he didn't like, you know, he didn't like the feeling of it. So I was like, my brother, I'll take that the dirt bike off your hands. So he gave me the dirt bike, and I was, you know, riding along, you know. So I started, you know, watching dirt bike videos, you know, Motocross, Supercross, you know, Nationals, you know, all those kind of races. And I was like, maybe I could do one of those. So I took my bike and I started going off ditches and you know, on the roads and, you know, jumping off them. And And then that got me started. Hey, maybe I should race. So I went to Grand Rapids. I think it was Grand Rapids, either Grand Rapids or Park Rapids in Minnesota. This is, you know, my first ever motocross race. I had no practice whatsoever, so I was like, yeah, it's a piece of cake. We're just racing on, you know, on mounts of dirt. So now watch this. This is a terrible AC-130. I could have done better, but anyways, I go, you know, and I'm starting to get, you know, a little nervous, you know, kind of stage fright because we're in like the middle of an arena and everybody's watching us. And I'm like, I'm saying this to my mom. Mom, I need a glass of water because I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling sick. This is like right before the race is about to begin. I was like, Mom, I need a water. I'm feeling sick. I think I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke. And my mom was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Okay, deep breaths in and out, in and out." Okay, then the flag goes. You know, green light, green flag, green light, go. And I go on. It's like, you know, a couple of yards into it. Then I go to my first hill, which wasn't bad because it was like a small hill. Get that guy off the ground. Okay, and first hill wasn't bad because, you know, it was like a little hill. Then we come up to the big hill. Now remember, I had no practice, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I go on the big hill. I come down on the hill. I freaking crashed and burned, and I started bawling. I'm like, Mom, get me out of this race. I don't want to be in this race anymore. So I ended up, you know, forfeiting right off the bat, forfeiting the whole race, and I was like, oh my god, it's so stupid. So I ended up